So just to make everybody aware of that, my name is Liz O'Connell. I'm the Associate Director for the Center for Career Engagement and Internships here at Queens College. I'm just going to go over the overview of our agenda for today, but first I want to welcome you all and thank you for joining today's presentation. It says a lot about you that you were here, so welcome. Today we're just going to go over the agenda breakdown. We're going to start with staff introductions, and then we're going to share with you the overview of the Career Center, overview of Handshake, upcoming events, and then we're going to conclude with a student panel with a question and answer. Okay, so what I wanted to do is, as I said, my name is Liz O'Connell. I'm the Associate Director of Arts and Humanities here in the Center for Career Engagement. A fun fact about me, I have been here 22 years and I actually met my husband on the first day of work here. So it was definitely the right move for me professionally and personally. I am going to now have our director, Zavi Gunn, introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Liz. My name is Zavi Gunn. I'm the director here at the Center for Career Engagement and Internship. I've been here for 7 years, and I have been in the CUNY universe, working at different CUNY campuses about 25 years now. I worked at Kingsborough, Brooklyn, and the last several years I've been here at Queens, and I love this beautiful campus and the wonderful students and the colleagues that I work with. A fun fact about me is that I'm from an island that's called St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and my grandma is 99 years old. So I'm really proud of that, 99 years old, and she's very healthy. So I would like to ask my colleague next, Karen, to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. As we all said already, my name is Karen Johnson. I work mostly with our computer science students, computer science and math students who are interested in a tech career. And a fun fact about me is that I'm actively in pursuit of finding a fun fact about myself as of today. There are many facts, but I'm in pursuit of a fun fact. So I look forward to chatting with you all in person later if you stop by the Career Center. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I'll pass it on to, I believe, Eleanor Mashashov, my colleague, who's next in line on the screen. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Karen. Hello, everyone. I'm Eleanor Malashov, Associate Director here at the Career Center. And my fun fact is that I love cruising. I just came back from my third cruise. I'm sorry, and I'm passing it on to Priscilla. I'm sorry.
Hi, hi everyone. Good afternoon. So my name is Priscilla Sanzania. The N is pronounced like a Y. I've been here about 6 months, and I am one of the career educators. My actual title is CUNY Lead Specialist. So I work primarily with students with disabilities. Um, as I said, I've been here only 6 months, but I've been in CUNY for the last 9 years. So I've worked at Hostos Community College, in addition to City College. And I'm going to pass it to Paula Lee. Oh, sorry, actually, I forgot my fun fact. So one fun fact about me, I really like to travel. I'm really into solo traveling. So yeah, I think everyone should take a solo travel trip. And I'm passing it to Paula.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Paula Lee, one of the career coaches. I've been working here about a year. I primarily help students and I facilitate a lot of the career-related workshops. A fun fact about me is I love coffee ice cream and coffee candy, but I do not drink coffee. So, passing it on to Kathy.
Thank you, Paula. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Career Center. My name is Kathy. I am part of the customer service engagement team. Please stop by if you have any questions for us regarding your careers or your majors, Good luck for the semester. And a fun fact about me is that I love to travel and I like to eat sweets, especially tiramisu.
Oh.
And I'm passing it over to Dan.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to join our meet and greet. And I'm Dan Ma. I'm the administrative coordinator and also the part of the customer service engagement team. And I help students how to use Handshake. If you have any question, let me know. And then my fun fact is I enjoy dim sum. I try to have the dim sum every over the weekend, something like that.
Thanks, Dan. Okay. Now we're on to our student team. Due to the weather and everything, we have a few students that are missing from our screen. Anamika is one of our graduate students that is getting her master's in education. She's been working with us for 2 academic years, and she has grown tremendously. And so what I'll ask is, Jody, you can introduce yourself, and then Saeed is not feeling well today, so he's not here. So Jody, you can then pass to Ariba and then Sean.
Hi everyone, my name is Jody. I'm a Career Center career peer. So I'm currently in my 2nd year as a master's student at mental health counseling. I'm very excited to be able to assist students with their career journeys as well as like Handshake and resume assistance as well. A fun fact about myself is that I was a certified scuba diver. And that's my fun fact. So I'll like to pass the torch on to Ariba.
Hi guys, my name is Ariba. I'm currently a freshman at Queens College. I'm pursuing my degree in economics and finance. I'm here for anyone who needs any help, career guidance, first year guidance, whatever you guys need. And then a fun fact about me is that I guess that I came to this country 6 months ago. That's it for me. I'll pass it on to Sean.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean D. Rajkumar. I also work at the Career Center. I've been here. This is my 2nd semester. I primarily work with Eleanor with the business careers and the recruitment residence program. And if any of you need help on campus with like business events, I'm also managing like NABA, and Alpha. So definitely reach out to me if you want to.
Thanks, guys. All right, so the next slide, I'm going to pass over to Eleanor.
Great, thanks. So our vision is to educate, engage, and empower students and alumni for career opportunities in a transforming global and local workforce.
Great. This is an overview of our services. We have a plethora of services, and we encourage students to engage early and often. So you can register and attend career planning and preparation workshops. This spring, we're launching a new workshop, which is called Exploring Your Future, Identifying Your Interests and Skills. And these workshops will be conducted by Paula Lee and Hetal Johnny. So if you're a student and you're trying to figure out what career path should I take or what major should I select, that's the workshop for you. And you can register on Handshake for any of our workshops. Another preparation workshop that we have is resume and cover letter. As you know, you need a resume in order to apply for a part-time job, an internship, or a full-time job, or even if you're applying to grad school, right? So we have workshops on writing a resume, being able to tell your authentic story. So we recommend that you register for that as well. How many of you are looking for a job? If you can just raise your hand, right? So if you're looking for the job, the workshop for you is job search. Part of looking for a job is networking. And 80% of jobs are found through networking, which are your contacts, right? So the next workshop that I recommend that you attend, job search, networking, and LinkedIn. But before you go to a workshop, before you apply for a job, right, you should really practice your interview skills so that you could confidently tell your story. So we have a workshop that's called Interviewing. It's an hour and 15 minutes. It's going to give you the confidence that you need to be able to tell your story and shine like a star, right? Being able to tell an employer why you're the right person for this particular position. And that's what we do here at the Career Center, is really to get students prepared so that you can confidently apply for opportunities. Next, prepare and attend recruiting and networking events. On average, we have about 50 events each semester with our partners, as well as things that we coordinate independently. And at these events, we have guests, which include alumni, folks who have graduated from Queens College, and employers who are recruiting for talent. They want to hire the talent at Queens College. So we recommend that you attend our career and internship fair. We usually have at least 30 employers that's actively looking to hire for interns and part-time and full-time opportunities. And it's a great opportunity to network with recruiters and folks that are working in firms that you may potentially work in the future. We also have company visits, right? We take students to visit companies so you get to see what that work environment looks like. Just last month, a couple of the students, you're going to hear from them, they took students to visit one of the top 4 accounting firms, and it was amazing. So just imagine yourself in these companies. You could see that's very inspiring. So we recommend that you take advantage of visiting companies and organizations when it's available to you. Employer and career panels, we invite employers here to campus. It's going to help you be competitive in the application process as well. So you get an insider's perspective of how to prepare your resume, how to prep for the interview, and just how to complete a successful application and do very well. So think of us at the Career Center as like a guidepost, think of us as coaches, right? Getting you ready for those opportunities so that you can be successful in your career. So after you've participated in workshops, we recommend then you schedule a career coaching appointment, which is 30 minutes on QC Navigate. I know the main website is down, but we do have a direct link to QC Navigate where you can schedule a one-to-one appointment with a career coach or a career advisor. So some things that we discuss in our one-on-one appointments is to take a self-assessment, which is called Focus 2. Focus 2 looks at you. It looks at what are your values? What are your interests? What is your personality? What are your skills? And then it gives you a composite score to show you different career pathways. So before you start saying, oh, I want a job, I want an internship, I want to pick a career, we have to look at you. We have to look at what are your values and what type of environment you would want to work in. So the Focus 2 career assessment, it's an online assessment that helps you look at that, and then you have a really rich conversation with your career coach or your career advisor. During our appointments, we help you explore career pathways. Because guess what? We have 80 majors at Queens College, and we have tens of thousands of careers out there. There are careers that exist today that did not exist 5 or 10 years ago, right? That's the reality. So you're not only just preparing for a particular career, you're developing skills that you can transfer from one industry to another industry. Meeting with a career advisor is going to help you explore career pathways in different industries, whether it's education, technology, government. There are numerous career pathways out there for you. Last fall, we implemented a new career map to help you create a career action plan. So the career action plan, it's basically a checklist of what you need to do each semester while you're here at Queens College. And you are then empowered to check off what are the things you're going to do this semester and talk to a career coach on how you're going to accomplish that. So once you come and meet with us in the cafeteria later, we'll give you a physical copy of a career map so that you can start planning out what are the things I need to do this semester to be successful. So it may say you need to do an internship, you need to join a club. So these are just guidelines for you, but you need to get that career map to help guide you along your college journey and into your career. We also help you with reviewing a resume and a cover letter. We work with you on practicing your interview skills. That's usually 1 hour mock interview skills. And we also help you apply for jobs and internships on Handshake. Also on Handshake, Handshake is our career management platform where we post all of our career events, jobs, internships, and career resources. So the career staff, we're on Handshake, employers are on Handshake. You need to be on Handshake and update your profile as well. We're a very unique campus because we also have a leads advisor, which you met earlier. And so the leads advisor help you with disability advocacy and reasonable accommodation. So just know this, it's not that people are born with disabilities. People could get disabilities at any point in their life. And you need to know and advocate for reasonable accommodations. You might be a supervisor as well that's providing accommodation for an employee that has disability, or you yourself may have a disability and you need accommodations. So that's the unique thing about our Career Center is that we provide this information to you as a student so that you are knowledgeable. Another unique thing about the center, a lot of career centers don't offer this. This is an internship stipend. Some internships are unpaid. You need that work experience in order to figure out if this is the right career path for you, right? And what we do is provide an internship stipend. And we get internship stipend because of the generosity of Queens College Foundation, their alumni board. So because of that, we're able to offer $2,550 for a Queens College student to do 150 hours of internship, fieldwork, or research. It is a competitive application. And Dan, I'm going to ask you to put the link in the chat in case there's a student that's interested in applying. The website is down, so we're putting the link for the form. And you'll need to access that with the @login.cuny.edu accounts. Next, I'll talk about our academic course. So if you're planning for courses in the summer, spring, or fall, we have a semester course, which is called World of Work class. It provides you with internship opportunity and also career preparation, depending on if you take the 1, 2, or 3 credit course. My colleagues on the call, Eleanor and Liz, have taught the class previously. So it's just a great experience for you to develop your career skills and get employment opportunities as well. The most important thing that I'm going to say next is that our partnership, we don't live in a bubble but by ourselves. So we partner actively with student clubs, with employers, and community training partners. This is your network, right? When you hear about networking, we are your network, and we connect you with these partners so that you can get access to a career development, professional skills, internships, and jobs. So that's it in a nutshell. I know it's a lot, but if you have any sort of career questions, you need to think, let me check in with the Career Center. Thank you.
Great. Here's a list of some of the employers that we worked in the past. And of course, it's not this is not the only companies we work with. There's a much bigger list. If you go on Handshake, you'll be able to see most of the companies or that we're working with.
Okay, so we get to the portion of our presentation where a lot of students that come in saying, I need a job, I want a job, what's going on? We use Handshake as the tool to bridge the gap with employers and students. every single student has access to Handshake. So you can use the QR scanner on the left and get directly into the Handshake link. But we use, as you can see here on the left-hand side, a single sign-on. So every single student that is here at Queens College is in this system. You just have to click on that link and follow the login instructions. Typically, you would either be logging in with your @login or your QMail, depending on when you have accessed the system. But the instructions are clearly lined out on the web page. Since we are in transition with the overall Queens College website, the best way to access this is by getting the QR code onto your phone right now. Another way you can access Handshake is to download the Handshake app. It's really important to go into Handshake and upload and update your academic and personal information. Essentially that we will put your name, your QC email in there, but what you need to do as a student is go in and update your month and your year of graduation. Make sure your major is correct. Ensure that your second languages that you know are updated in the system. Input your internship and part-time job experience, because you want to understand on the flip side, we have employers that have access to the database that will do very pointed searches. You know, we had somebody reach out that wanted a second language. If that's not updated in your profile, you would not be captured in that employer search. So employers also have access to look by profile, major, month, year, and year of graduation. So just like with any job search tool, Handshake should be updated. Log in, go to academic and personal profile. You can also initially upload your resume, which we will review. We do have, a few, I would say like a 2 to 3 day wait for the resume review. But that is something that you want to make sure you have your most updated resume in the system so that once you see a job, you can hit apply. We use Handshake not only for all of the jobs and internships that come in, there's nothing left private behind closed doors. It is all transparent. It's updated onto the system. Any of the upcoming events as well and career fairs, we will also list in Handshake. So I can't express enough. If you want to be successful in your job search, you really have to start to get engaged with Handshake. If you have any questions, Dan Ma is our tech coordinator. He knows everything and we can always help guide you through this process. Our email is on the bottom left-hand side of that flyer. You can email us, call us, come in, and we will get our best to get you working online. So don't spend too much time trying to figure it out. Come access us and we will help guide you. But you really want to use Handshake to be connected to the Career Center. Okay, here is another screen with a little bit more personal information on what Handshake looks like. So the QR code is here. Current students, you will log in with your @login.cuny.edu. If you're an alumni within 2 years, you would be logging in with your QMail. Okay, so you would just go to the website, log in with your @login for a current student. Alumni 2 years out would be QMail. This is what the overall page looks like. So when you're on the home page here, this left side are some of the important things that you want to start to look at. There are jobs that you could look at. You could set up really awesome job alerts to come into your inbox. Any of the events that we have going on, we're transparent. We load it all up. We tell you who's coming. There's really great information sessions that employers will be listing and that are sponsored by our office. So make sure you're also engaged with the events tab and look every week to see what's coming up and plan accordingly with your schedule. Employers, if there are some employers that you want to see, are they listed on the system? You can search under the employers tab, and then the Career Center. This will bring you to our home page where you will definitely see in our news feed all of the events that we have coming up as well. So it's very easy to navigate, pretty user-friendly. Just click on the left-hand side of that toolbar and you will get where you need to be. Another important thing that we highlighted here are our jobs. So what you can see is, above events, you'll see jobs. This is a great way for you to get engaged, to see who's recruiting, who's looking for things. I want you to remember that if you are a student and your profile is not filled out accurately and an employer says, we need accounting majors with a 3.0 graduating in May of 2026, if your profile is not matching up to the employer's needs, you will not be allowed to apply. So once again, take control of this process, update everything, and then you will be more successful in accessing the resources and jobs and internships on this system. Okay.
For the semesters, we mentioned we have a lot of events going on. So you can always, when the website is going to be up, you can check our website. Definitely, everything is also posted in Handshake. So you can click on the events and you'll be able to see what events are being posted not only by the Career Center, but by the companies, directly from the company. So you can always sign up. Everything is done. You can everything do in Handshake. So the upcoming events that you can see it here. We have a career fair that's coming up. It's going to be on March 17. You already can pre-register for that. There will be tomorrow. There will be a career conversations writer with for the athletic New York Mets. If anybody interested in journalism writing, definitely a session to attend, which is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, February 5th, for computer science students. Optimize their GitHub. Or just anybody who's interested, definitely look into that. And also we have recruiters in residence. So every month we have a different employer who will be on campus. The month of February, we will have BlackRock. It's open to all students. Don't think just BlackRock is for business students. It's open to all students. They're here to help you with everything with career readiness. So tomorrow will be on Thursday. They'll be here every Thursday in February. And then in March, we'll have Bloomberg. And then in April, we'll have JP Morgan Chase. So definitely look out, check your emails. We also notify students in Handshake. Make sure that you are checking that and sending text messages, right? So also you can also, again, you can sign up for the info sessions, which are usually 12 to 1 for the recruiter in residence, right? And then they have either the small sessions or one-on-one prep interviews. For this Thursday, the prep sessions are already full, but if you're interested for the one-on-one interview prep, they'll be doing that every 10 minutes. You can meet with a recruiter and they'll help you with your interview question. If there's one that you're struggling with or need some inside a little prep on it. For those that are, if you sign up for the info session 12 to 1, you'll be the first one to get an email to sign up for the one-on-one session. So definitely always check your email. I know you get bombarded, but whenever you get an email from us, that's something to look out for. And as we mentioned, we have other events coming up. There is on quick career questions. We do have drop-in hours. A drop-in hour is on Tuesdays, 1 to 2, except today because we have this event. And then we also have on Wednesdays, 2 to 3. So you can always stop by our office and you can bring your resume, or if there's anything you need help with a cover letter. So definitely you'll have you don't need to make an appointment. You just walk in between either on Tuesday 1 to 2 or Wednesday 2 to 3 to get your questions answered, right? There's also other events on job search, interview, and networking. You don't want to wait until a certain time frame whenever you're ready. Start preparing now, guys. Time flies by so quickly. The more prepared you are, the better you're going to be off. Meet the employers. It's all about networking. It's all about how you know. 75 to 85% of jobs, it's through who you know. So absolutely start now. Don't wait until your last semester. You want to be prepared. You want to be ahead of the game and not be in square one when you graduate. Right. And again, we're also, and the third, another flyer that I think I just missed is the resume review and cover letters. We have, again, I think it's like weekly or bi-weekly workshops that we have, job search, LinkedIn. Hopefully most of you, if not all of you, are on LinkedIn. It's a great social media for professionals where you can look up recruiters, employers, even QC alums, job postings, internship postings. So it's a great platform that you should definitely use to your advantage.
Great. Thank you, Eleanor. So we have lots of diversity, equity, and inclusion program. Many nonprofits and organizations are really committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion by providing professional development, retaining talent, and then promoting them within the organization. So I'll just highlight a few. Currently, there is recruitment for America Needs You. America Needs You is a professional organization that provides 2-year mentoring for students. And so you need to be a first-generation college student to apply for America Needs You. Our contact here is Priscilla, who would be able to assist students with the application. Also look out for, we're planning to have an event with America Needs You on campus to be able to help students complete the application. So that's coming up soon. CUNY Tech Prep, any student interested in technology, the CUNY Tech Prep is a great professional development opportunity for 6 months. And it provides technical training and professional development opportunities. One of our career peers, who's not here with us today because he's not feeling well, Saeed, is currently in the program. So if you are interested, you could talk to Saeed, come to the office, talk to him. In addition to the career advisor, Karen Johnson can provide you with more information on the CUNY Tech Prep program. HACU, which is Hispanic Association for Colleges and University, is a great organization that provides internship all the time. So you could have the internship in the summer or during the semester. And the HACU internship is usually within government agencies or some of their employer partners. And it's not limited to New York, right? So if you decided, yeah, I want to do an internship in Puerto Rico, or I want to do an internship in another state, the HACU internship program is an amazing opportunity. And Priscilla is also the contact here on the team for that. CUNY Cultural Core. So anyone interested in the arts, right? If you're interested in the arts, if you're creative, if you want to work in a museum, the CUNY Cultural Core is an amazing opportunity as well for that. And my colleague Liz O'Connell is the contact for CUNY Cultural Core. CUNY Tutor Corps. Do we have anyone that's interested in education? You could raise your hand. This is a great way for you to get paid by tutoring folks as part of CUNY Cultural Corps. Streetwise Partners, if you ever really want to know the behind the scenes with like Wall Street and working in business, Streetwise Partners is also a professional organization, and the mentors help students get internship opportunities as well. And my colleague Eleanor Mavashev is the contact for Streetwise Partners. We also have New York Men Can Teach. So that's another great opportunity for those, especially for men, because when you look at like the New York City Department of Education, it's majority female teachers. So diversity is to recruit more men to be teachers within the New York City public school system. If anyone is interested in law, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund is a great opportunity for you to go to Washington, D.C. and also get a scholarship and participate in internship opportunities as well. Inroads is similar to Streetwise. It's an amazing professional development program, in addition to SEO, which is Sponsors for Educational Opportunity. We've had a lot, you see Sean has his thumbs up, right? We've had a lot of Queens College students that has participated in SEO, and it has been a really transformative professional development opportunity. Once again, internships, and it leads to jobs. Finally, I just want to mention, well, there's more, but I want to wrap it up so that you could hear from our students and from their experience. But I want to mention Co-op Careers, COOP. If we have any seniors, raise your hand. If you're a senior, you're graduating, and you're open to maybe working in digital marketing or in tech or in entrepreneurship. They have like some business analysts opportunities within Co-op Careers. So everything we said here, it's posted in Handshake when the application is open. We have the staff here that have connections with folks in these organizations, so we encourage you to participate in that as well. I'll just mention a few more. JobWell is also for diversity within technology. And for those of you who are interested in working within the healthcare, you have the summer health program. That's another great opportunity. And finally, I want to mention the New York City Job CEO Council. They have a job talent network where you get an opportunity to be a part of their talent network so that when they have company visits or different opportunities, if their partners are hiring, you can have access to that. So the Job CEO Council is also sponsoring our Recruiter in Residence program this Thursday. So you might see a lot of communication that goes out with that. So I highlight this to say there are opportunities here for each of you. Now it's in your hands to take advantage and be proactive, apply. Our team are here to support you, to help you put together a successful application. And one goal that I have for students is to have at least 3 internships or experiential opportunities before graduation. And these are some of the ways that you can access that. So thank you, and I turn it over to Liz.
Thank you, Zavi. Okay, now we're at the final portion of our meet and greet. We have 2 students, Ariba and Sean, who I would like to have come on screen and introduce themselves. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and we will then do a little bit of a Q&A, and have our students introduce themselves. So, okay. All right, so I have with me today, I'm just going to pin them.
I just pinned them.
Oh, you pinned them for me? Great. Okay, so I have Ariba and Sean, who are 2 of our students. So I'm going to start with Ariba. I would just like you to introduce yourself. What is your major? When are you graduating? And just tell us a little bit about your area of interest career-wise.
Hi guys, I'm Ariba. I'm currently a freshman at Queens College. I'm gonna graduate hopefully May of 2028. My major is economics and finance. I'm trying to double major, and then my career interest is going towards public finance, and working with NGOs and all of that.
And you had mentioned earlier that you just moved here 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is amazing. And I know all of us in the office are very proud of the success and the growth that we've seen just in the short amount of time you've been working with us. Okay, I'm going to add Sean in. All right, Sean, can you just introduce yourself? Tell us what your major is, your month and year of graduation, and what your career goal is.
Hey guys, my name's Sean. If you joined a little bit late, I actually finished up my undergraduate degrees here last semester in finance and economics. And I'm gonna finish up my graduate degree in risk management in about a year in spring of 2026. For my career goals, after college, I'm still kind of looking around for different opportunities, but I've had a lot of experience with internships at like Blackstone, Bloomberg, and I have an offer with Wells Fargo coming up. So it's really helping me figure out what I want to do in the future.
Sean, you're mentioning a lot of wonderful things that are happening to you and opportunities that have come your way. But tell us a little bit more about how did you come in contact with the Career Center? Because I know there's a lot of students on the call that might be a little nervous, anxious, don't know what to say. So can you give us some advice on how you started that process about getting engaged?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I feel like back in 2022, there used to be a career peer that used to work named Moses. I was pretty close with him, he gave me a lot of mentorship. And he kind of introduced me to Eleanor and the Career Center back in the day. And I went to a bunch of the career fairs, a lot of the weekly events, and it really got me to kind of, interview, talk to recruiters and learn how to like be in that professional mindset. I remember my first event was actually speaking to Deloitte, and like Zavi mentioned earlier, it's kind of funny. So my first event was going to Deloitte, not knowing anything, and recently I hosted an office visit with like 70 people there. So I think it's a lot about just showing up to the Career Center and just connecting with like Eleanor, Zavi, and Liz as well.
Thanks, Sean. Ariba, tell us a little bit about your experience. Come here 6 months ago. I'm sure it's overwhelming, a lot of stuff going on. Tell us about how you made that first connection.
Well, my first connection with the Career Center was obviously orientation. They tell us all about the Career Center. You just have to be bold enough to go in there and actually visit these offices. I connected with the Career Center while I was looking for a job, and I was going around visiting these campuses, like offices on campus. And then I came across the Career Center. I spoke to Kathy about who I am, what I've done, what my experiences are, and then you guys directed me to Handshake. That's kind of exactly how I connected with the Career Center. I got involved. I spoke to Zavi. We had a meeting, and then that's kind of how it all started. You just have to be sure that it may seem overwhelming, but everyone's really nice. You just have to talk to them.
Thank you, Ariba. Can you tell me a little bit about what your biggest takeaways are? I know a little bit more about you that you just told me you have 2 interviews coming up. Can you share what kind of exciting things are going on in your career?
Well, right now, I've started becoming involved on all the clubs in campus. So, as Sean mentioned, we recently visited Deloitte. We're trying to do a lot of other stuff, and you just have to get involved on campus. Currently, I have 2 standing virtual interviews with very big firms. So I'm really excited towards that. And how I'm getting to those interviews at such an early stage is using these resources at the Career Center, getting my resume reviewed like every week, getting that checked out and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I know you just did 2 pre-recorded interviews, and
Yeah.
one of them was successful. Were you nervous going through this? Did you feel well prepared? Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It was definitely nerve-wracking because these online interviews, it's like it's a pre-recorded situation. You don't even know, there's no other person that you're interacting with. So you just have to be confident enough in your speaking abilities and just know what you're talking about is probably my biggest piece of advice. Your resume might say some certain details, but you know you're not always putting every single detail into that bullet point. So you just gotta be aware of everything you've done and be able to articulate it.
And Sean, this comes back to you. I know that one of your superpowers is that you're very good at talking to students and having them get prepared for interviews. How did that happen to you? Because I'm sure you look back in time and that wasn't even one of your specialties. So what happened and why are you so passionate about the work that you do as a career peer?
Honestly, I'm pretty passionate about it because I tell the story a lot too. A couple of years ago, there wasn't a lot of engagement on campus. So, especially after COVID, there wasn't a lot of involvement on campus. So, me and like a group of other people that have graduated that are still here, we spent a lot of time kind of creating opportunities that we wish we had when we were younger. And it's kind of like paying it forward. That's the mindset you got to have when you're going forward. And in terms of like interviewing, it was kind of just like my first big event I went to was the Alpha Convention in 2023. And I basically went by myself and there was 5,000 people there. So when you kind of get dropped in a situation where you don't know what you're doing, you don't know anyone, you're kind of forced to learn. So I just kind of want to make it easier for everyone else. And it's just a lot of practice and a lot of just like exposure.
So it sounds like you took a risk and you were rewarded for it. And the other message is that you're both comfortable being uncomfortable, which is not common, but the rewards that you're getting are going to pay off tenfold. Ariba, if there's a few pieces of advice that you could give to current students that are on this call that might be a little, nervous and shy about engaging and overwhelmed, because it is overwhelming, right, at a certain point as a student, what would you want them to take away from today's call?
First thing that you gotta take away is that all these resources and slides that were being shared right now, take pictures of them. Actually go to the websites right now. Don't delay it. Don't be like, I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna take a screenshot, do it way later. Just do it right now. There's nothing really stopping you from getting access to great resources and achieving your goals other than your own like being overwhelmed basically, right? So just know that everyone is overwhelmed. No one really fully ever knows what they're doing. I definitely do not ever fully know what I'm doing. So you just have to be confident in the ability that you're gonna make it up. My best advice is fake it till you make it because eventually you are going to learn on the job.
Right. And we as career professionals understand we're not expecting perfection, but what we do hope is that you're able to market and sell yourself to an employer. So Sean, this comes back to you. In this interview process, students kind of need to know what they can do for the employer. And employers are not looking for much besides a passion and basic transferable skills. So can you break it down to dispel that myth of I need 10 million internships and I need to have a 4.0 GPA? In your takeaway, what have you seen in terms of being a successful applicant in the process? Maybe you can have a 3.0 with a really great part-time job and market yourself as a freshman. Tell us a little bit about that before we close out on what you have seen and what students can do to believe in themselves when it comes to transferable skills.
Honestly, I think the best transferable skills are communication, being able to solve problems, and being able to kind of just do things on your own, where you don't have to be micromanaged. And I feel like it's a good environment, especially at Queens College, just the way the clubs and like all the extracurriculars are set up. That if you kind of go out there and you take initiative and you're just involved on campus, employers will see that you're very involved on campus, you're working hard, and then they're really just looking for someone that can, transfer to the job because I know especially for like accounting majors, there's a lot of accounting majors that are like freshmen, sophomores that don't have any real tax or audit experience, but then they'll get hired to like Deloitte. But it's mainly because they're able to like solve problems, work with other people, and they're coachable, which is number one. So just being able to get out there and like talk to people, it really sets you apart because not a lot of people go out there.
Okay, great advice. And before we close out, if you're on this call, take the first step, make an appointment on EAB Navigate. So one of the resources that we use to guide the appointments is EAB Navigate. We also have the quick question hours on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's all on Handshake. So make sure that you get involved. And I just want to close out before I toss it back to Zavi that we are going to be in the cafeteria. Part of the staff is going to be in the cafeteria on the left side from 1 to 2 with pizza. So if you're on campus and you want to stop by, ask a question, get engaged, have a slice of pizza for lunch, we are going to be there with some of, Sean and Ariba are going to be there and Paula and Priscilla, Eleanor and Dan. So please make sure you stop by because another piece of advice is if you're on a Zoom call, put on your camera. I can't tell you how many times we have met students on campus and they're like, hey, Liz, I'm like, oh, who's that? If I don't see your face, I don't know who you are, it makes it more difficult to have that connection. We are willing to meet you wherever you are. You want to come on campus, you're on Zoom, we're very open to where you are. If you're at work and you have to go into a closet, I get it. Just, the struggle's real. So I get it from a student perspective. Just get on camera, go to a quiet space, and we'll guide the conversation. So we want you to all be successful. We are here to help you. And Zavi, I will give it back to you. And I see some of the chat questions. EAB Navigate, yes, that's what we use. So Zavi, I'll give it to you to close out before the staff goes to the cafeteria.
Sure, I just want to share, but can you share back the screen or I can share it back? Let me see.
I got it.
Okay.
And I see some of the chat questions. My resume isn't the best, this and that. You know what? We all start out with resumes that aren't the best. We all had to start somewhere. So don't worry, make the appointment, okay?
Perfect. Okay, go to the last slide. I think you covered this. All right, so we're really looking forward to meeting you. Recommend that you connect with us. We know everybody is busy, but get your calendar out and put in a time slot to connect with us at least twice a semester so that we can help you in your career journey. Give us updates on what you're doing. If you need guidance, we're really here to support you. So we're looking forward to educating, engaging, and empowering you for career success. This is an evolving process. Success doesn't happen overnight. We're not a reality show. Your life is not a reality show. So work with us. We'll work with you to help guide you on your career development. As Liz mentioned, we're going to be in the dining hall. If you've never visited our center, we're going to be here from about 1:30 to 2. You could come by, get to see where we do our workshops, meet with the rest of the staff that's here in the office. And we have swag and pizza in the dining hall. So, text your friends, tell them come to the dining hall and meet you and get to meet the rest of the staff. So thank you to my amazing team for being able to put this together today and just share your experience. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.